Hey everybody, Rob Jamweb here, and this is my first video in a couple of weeks. I've been a little bit busy, but what I want to do today is I want to show you three things how to make your transitions a little bit more exciting, because I get people saying to me that their tracks just sound flat and they're quite linear all the way across. So what I want to do is I want to show you three easy techniques that give your tracks, when it gets to a different part of the track, when you want to transition into from one to another, three separate ways in which you can do that. So let's crack on and see what we can do. Okay, so as you can see on the screen here, I've got three different sections here. They're all the same drums, but they're different transition techniques within them. Very simple, very effective, but you know, it's something that you should bear in mind when you want to go from one part of the track into the next. So the first one is the Sidechain Wash, which is a classic, but it can be forgotten, you know, this technique can be. So I'm going to play it for you now, and here goes. We've got a little drum beat. And there you go, it's that simple. So it goes from the drums, drops out into the bass line, into the next part of the track. So what do we do there? So we've got basically a perk, a kick, and some hats here, just like a hi-hat snare thing. And we've got a ghost kick, which is basically the kick muted. So we've got two kicks. One plays normally, one is muted, and that's for the sidechain. So I'm going to explain it to you now if you don't know what sidechain muting is. So you get a kick that's exactly the same as the kick that you've got in the track. It doesn't have to be, but it's just easier. Duplicate that, and then you mute it, okay? Then what you do is you get some white noise. I've got the white noise that's built into the sample packs within Ableton. You get the white noise, okay, like that. And you put two on, you put one on at the start, and you reverse it, and then you have the second one natural, and you join them together, like so. And then what you do is you get a compressor, and then on the compressor, you turn sidechain on, so you click on here, turn sidechain on, audio from ghost kick, which is the one we want, bring your threshold down to about -30, -25, depends, somewhere around there, and that is it. Put a bit of reverb on it, obviously, or a bit of delay. And then that will then bounce off the kick, and it will play with the sidechain dip. And then it just helps transition over into the next part where the bass comes in. So that's that. That's number one. Number two. Right, number two is a drum fill reverse crash technique, which is a great one for disco house and stuff. Any house, tech house, whatever. As long as you use the right sort of snare. So if you do an EDM or something a bit harder, a bit techy, then obviously use some more, you know, tougher snares. But for this, I've used two classic 1970s snares. So in the snares that I've got are these ones. I'm just going to play them for you now. Classic tight snares. So simple as that. And this one basically is where the kicks drop out and you just have the drum fill and a reverse crash. So I've got a loop here, and what I've done is I've filtered the loop up, and as the loop comes into full frequency, I've taken out the kicks where the drum fills can then take its place, which are there like so. And it's just a small MIDI pattern with a reverse crash into a natural crash. And it goes like this. So if I take away the loop, you hear the drum fill clearly. And all I've done there is just a tiny pattern. So it's like, yeah, that's the snare fill reverse crash. And again, the reverse crash, same as the white noise, like so. And then that helps with the transition going over to the next part. Okay, so the third one, what we're going to do now is we are going to do the Glissando one, which basically is a synth bass going down the keys from top to bottom, from a high octave to a lower octave, with loads of reverb and delay on there. Now the sound I've picked is from the Tyrell. It's called the Synth Bass 3, and it sounds like this. And I've stuck loads of delay on it, loads of reverb, put the white noise in and the drum fill and the crash, took the kicks out where it's needed, where the Glissando plays, and then it goes into a track, into the next part of the track. And it sounds like this. So as you can see, the kicks drop out there, The white noise plays with the sidechain on it, so it's all going off there. The drum fills in there, the reverse crash, and the glissando, which goes like this. Just gone down the keys, and it's ideal for funky house, obviously, but it gives off that instant, electronic sort of energy that you want for the track. And then the bass comes in and the Rhodes keyboard comes in. So let's just go through that one more time. And that's it. There you go. There are 3 simple ways to make your tracks have a little bit more excitement in the transitions. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. If you've not followed me already, please do so and get in touch if you want one-to-one mentoring with me, etc. Thank you and goodbye.